So is the stock market going to eventually disappear at the hands of a crazy meme that just keeps on getting bigger and bigger and bigger? Well, we're going to have a little look at that today. This is the SPX6900. We've spoken about this before briefly on the channel, but today we're going to have a bit more of a deeper dive into it, sort of going into what it was about, how it started, and what's next. I think this is really interesting. I think the community is brilliant. They've got a very big, strong community. A lot of it was due to the fact that, as we know, legacy finance and stock markets and things like that, if you were around 50 years ago, you maybe could have made a lot of money from the stock market. Crypto's come in and been the way for younger people to try and start making some serious money online using cryptocurrencies. Now, this is where this kind of comes in. Thousands are waking up to the reality that 6,900 is more than 500. In a moment of awakening that could redefine the way we perceive global finance, thousands are coming to grips with a revolutionary truth. 6,900 is more than 500. The realization isn't just a mathematical observation, it's a paradigm shift. The emergence of the S&P 6,900 is the S&P as a conceptual challenge to the traditional S&P 500 remains a call to rethink the limitations of legacy benchmarks and embraces a broader, more inclusive representation of market dynamics. The S&P 6,900 symbolizes the complexity and vastness of today's interconnected financial systems. It forces us to question what qualifies as market leading in an era of exponential growth and memification. The movement is much more than numbers. It's a redefinition of dominance, relevance, and inclusion in global markets. As the financial world takes notice, the idea of the S&P 6,900 sends a clear message. It's time to think bigger. There's a video here. You can watch that as well. And then there's some funny headlines like 5 reasons why Gen Z think the traditional stock market is boring, Vietnamese whale songs decoded, and they're talking about the tiny crypto tokens. The secret to life is plug, peaceful life over greed. Is the cure to male loneliness memeing SPX 6900 with your memes? If you want to check out their Telegram, by the way, there's like 22,000 people nearly in there, so it is really good. But this is the website itself. It's fun essentially. It's a fun crypto. It doesn't take itself too seriously, but it has got goals and aims. There is also a Spotify, and obviously, like I say, I'd suggest you join the Telegram. This is good. This is on Reddit, done by someone called r/SPX6900, 1-digit number. So he's saying that this is like for dummies, like an explainer, but it's quite interesting. Having a hard time cracking the SPX6900. Maybe you're confused as to why Marie Rose, is used in the graphics. Here's a quick explainer. There are more layers to peel, but this should help anyone who's not already in the know to catch up. Marie is a cute yet powerful symbol of culture of fun-loving, risk-taking underdogs who are financializing fun, creativity, humor, revanchism, trade-jacking, status quo mockery, carefree, cute posting style, culture, and attention. She is the cute face with an unexpectedly powerful secret punch. Simply put, S&P 6900 is a statement that the S&P 500 memes do not represent our generation. Yes, the S&P 500 is also a meme coin with virtually no utility. With virtually no utility, I think that is. We were born decades too late to benefit from their money debasement. Therefore, we should create our own memes that submit to the corporate meme of owning an index of shares of some blood-sucking, petrified corporation with hardly an illusion of a voice or influence. Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. We've moved away from a world where Apple stocks are where you want to be and things like that. They may be when you get massive wealth, but in the meantime, it's much more risk to reward now, particularly for people who are younger, right? Memes created by SPX 6900 can and be more powerful and relevant than any company in the S&P 500 has ever created, and that one holder can have a greater influence in the SPX 6900 than any S&P 500 shareholder can. SPX 6900 has room to expand and start fresh, while the S&P 500 is largely made up of zombie companies propped up by a zombie government that can hardly stay afloat above inflation, which itself is created by the same money debasement that keeps them afloat, which is right. It's a money print, and when that money printer goes brrr, everyone starts earning money, and they can put more into risky investments, similar to meme coins and things like that. The reason why Marie appears a lot in the memes is because the SPX 6900 dev burnt a ton of tokens, deleted Telegram, and left very early on, which we'll check through the timeline in a second. And now we call Marie the dev. She's the symbolic face and avatar for the coin and to holders. To many, she is a deity of sorts. Elaboration in future separate posts, perhaps. SPX mathematicians activate mimetic energy, not only to fatten bags, but we do it for her. This activates the tribal and spiritual urge to act heroically and to put forth put forth effort towards making something bigger than oneself, while at the same time knowing that one's personal bags are also benefiting. It captures the best of both worlds of incentivization. Unlike Bitcoin's proof of work, the proof of work that SPX6900 is mimetic energy, primarily stored on social media but not limited to the internet. It is an encapsulating human effort, creativity, humor, attention, expansion, progress, and culture. It is a proof of work that anyone can plug into without buying expensive mining hardware or putting significant funds at risk. All one needs to do is participate in the network to have fun and meme online or in real life. SPX6900 is a restart for those who were born multiple decades too late to be early to the S&P 500, and transformation from the meme of owning a share of a corporate company, which in reality means practically nothing outside of a dividend stock or a few with outlier ownership percentages, to the meme owning a piece of the upside in a mimetic movement of fun, revanchism, trade jacking, status quo, mockery, carefree, cute posting, and steez. It's interesting. I find it interesting. This is Marie, by the way. I think she appears in this particular video. But here's the timeline to a primitive history. The phrase "stop trading and believe in something" came from the S&P 6900 cultural provenance. SPX started CTO meta this cycle, so it was like a community takeover, and we'll see why. So it was fair launched back in August 2023 with the liquidity pool locked for 69 years. They had to use that number. You know why. On August the 26th, 2023, the dev burned his supply of 6.9%. Again, there's that number. Contract was renounced and liquidity locked for 68 years. I think it's 69 years. On August the 28th, 2023, the dev deleted all socials, and the SPX nosedive to just a $1.5 million market cap. So you can imagine there would have been a lot of panic selling at that point. People would have been like, oh my God, it's a rug or something like that, when ultimately, when the community stepped in, they made sure that it definitely wasn't. The dev deleted all socials, SPX nosedive to 1.5. The community launched, this is November 2023, launched their NFT collection, Project Aeon, which I'll show you in a sec. On December the 20th, the community used Wormhole to bridge SPX to Solana, starting a method that many memes would follow. On January 21st, 2024, the de facto leader left. On May 22nd, 2024, the de facto leader brought some, but is now just a regular community member. Again, the community is huge. On March 25th, 2024, SPX bridged to Base, while again using Wormhole technology. On April 28th, 2024, SPX started its mimetic index by LPing 25,000 US dollars worth of Pepe and SPX together. May 25th, they added PopCat. In August the 18th, they added APU. And during July, August 2024, there were community tensions that passed. It was an arduous period. September the 12th, 2024, SPX is declared as MURAD's #1 pick, and I'll show you MURAD in a bit, or MURAD. It's interesting. He's obviously a big guy in the space, knows a lot of stuff, thinks that memes are going to do really, really well. I also think that memes will do really well as well. Now fully decentralized and community ran, all socials created and ran by our community, all memes are created by our community, and all initiatives are community driven, which I think is great. It feels like I'm not invested in this. I would like to get some of these tokens though, because I think it's nice to be part of something that are trying to do something bigger than themselves, essentially. SPX6900 is an advanced blockchain cryptography token with limitless possibilities and scientific utilization. Imagine the power of the whole stock market put inside little tiny crypto coins. With the help of the greatest minds in mathematics and research, this power is now on the Ethereum science technologies for the first time in finance. 3 main points. The S&P 6900 will flip the S&P 500 because 69 over 500. Highest conceptual ceiling in cryptocurrency to flip the entire stock market. Evolution of financial protest. Occupy Wall Street, GameStop, and now SPX 6900. So the Occupy Wall Street movement and GameStop movement were obviously brilliant. It showed that the little guy can come together, or the little people can come together and beat the big people at the top. So to 10,000x to the S&P 500 market cap, I think now it's about an 8,500x. DCA every day, stable growth wins the race. Are they going to flip the stock market? Probably not. But if it gets anywhere like a percentage of that, it's still going to be a good gaining asset, right? So we're going to go to flip the stock market, 69 trillion or round trip. In my opinion, most important makes for a project with no conceptual ceiling conveys long-term intent, attention, retention. As shown in the chart, community survived nuclear traumatic events twice. OG dev left, de facto leader left, trauma bonds, nerve hardening, panic sellers are out, stock market Coinholm syndrome, which I think is funny, playing on the words of Stockholm syndrome. Its X account is there. It's got over 80,000 followers. And if you go through the X account, you quite often see memes all community-based memes. They're all really funny, and they're definitely trying to do stuff. It's obviously now listed on Uphold as well, which you spoke about yesterday. This was a good post as well. The world is waking up to SPX. It's got Revolut, which has got 50 plus million users, and Uphold with 10 plus million users, and more to come. Exchanges will line up, adoption will grow, but the mission stays the same: disrupt, innovate, and dominate, which I think is really important, and what the whole sort of crypto world is looking to do. Essentially, it has merch as well. So they are trying to stick around and do different things. It's got some merch, stickers, different things like that, T-shirts. Feel free to have a look at those if you want to. There's the price right now, 71 cents, a market cap of $653 million. Will it hit the market cap of the S&P 500, which is 49.8 trillion at the minute? So it's got a bit of a way to go. I don't think it'll do that well, but I still think it'll do really well during the bull run. How high can it go? Well, it already touched nearly $1.5 billion market cap, and I think that's just the first taste and its first leg up. If we look at the max chart, we can see that it's still doing really well. Probably had about 60-70% retracement from there, which is great. I think this is a good time to look into picking it up if you're into this. Again, it's not financial advice. We're not sponsored. It's nothing to do with the project. It's up to yourselves what you do with your money, but it's just an interesting concept. This is the project Aeon that we talked about before. So these are NFTs. So if we could harness the power of God, could we flip the S&P 500? Deep within the clandestine vaults of SPX6900 Labs, a radical research experiment codenamed Project Aeon sought to answer this question, but then the unexpected happened. A phenomenon known as quantum glitch occurred, sparking life into 3,333 Aeons. That's quite a Freemasonry number as well, I think. Maybe that's probably where they got that number from. Beings neither of this world nor wholly apart from it. These entities birthed from the crucible of human ambition and cosmic anomaly could save us. And you can go through and have a look at those if you want. They seem to be doing reasonably well. The floor is 0.79 ETH. So, I don't know what utilities those have, but it's interesting. 8,616 followers for the Project Aeon. They're trying to flip the stock market alongside the S&P 6900. I think it's interesting. MURAD, obviously massive in the space, being spoken about everywhere at the minute. He believes this will be the top performer meme coin, I believe, in the bull run. And obviously he's got believer on there, meme coin analyst, stop trading and believe in something, which is kind of one of the mottos of SPX6900. He's got a video there you can watch as well. And there's more and more things that he's talking about. Is he right? Potentially, yes. I think it can do really, really well. Will it flip Doge, Sheeb, Pepe? I don't know. But I think it'll definitely follow them up, at least, which is what you want. At the minute, it's currently, where has it gone? There, in the meme market. And if you look, most of the meme coins follow the exact same trajectory downwards. But I think this can go above Trump. Can it hit Pepe? Can it hit Shib? Can it hit Doge? I don't know. But it's definitely got a lot of potential. I think it'll run up and probably be definitely in the top 5 performing memes of the bull run. So let me know what you think. Are you a holder of SPX6900? Do you enjoy the project? Do you like it? If you like this video as well, please smash the like button. Always appreciate when you guys do that. Subscribe if you can. If you're new to the channel, flick back, have a look through some of the other videos. If you wish, every view helps. So thank you very much. And wherever you are in the world, whatever you're doing, have an amazing day. Have an amazing evening. And as always, I'll speak to you tomorrow. Take care. Goodbye.